another kind of chill out talk with you about life a little bit. No, I'll come get it in a minute. Thank you. Wife is gonna bring you some food. It's nice. But anyways, think about this, right? You date somebody, they got potential, right? So, a lot of ladies that I've seen, they date guys whose potential doesn't line up with their actions, stuff they're doing, right? So, if you choose to date a guy who's already quote unquote made it, right? He's already successful, already got a career, already got stuff going. If you're gonna get into his life, you sort of got to fit into his game plan because he already made that success without you being there. Like you weren't a part of his journey. He already did what he was gonna do. So if you're coming in, you want to date, you want to marry, all that stuff, you got to fit into his plan because he's already done the things he's doing. At this point, he wants peace. He wants somebody who he can be with, enjoy life with, share the pleasure of life with. He's not necessarily trying to build and grow because he already made it, right? So on the flip side, when women are dating men that are potential, like you meet somebody in college, you meet somebody younger, you meet somebody who's getting their career path going, who's doing stuff, and when you first meet them, they tell you something like this, like, "Oh, I'm going to school to be a doctor." Like, okay, cool. That's great potential. You seem like someone I might, the females might want to be with, right? Well, an old boy's not studying for his medical exams. He can't get a bachelor's in bio, and he's going out partying every weekend, and he's not exhibiting signs and traits that he's going to just talk about it, not be about it, and actually start working towards that goal. His potential value then begins to lower, right? So someone you thought had high potential, their actions don't line up with their words, and you start seeing, wow, his potential was doctor, but he's not doing, I'm studying to be a doctor kind of stuff. So he's probably not going to make it to be a doctor, right? Then you can make a decision and change your mind on it. But when you're dating somebody, for men, when you're trying to sift through who men are and what they are, just let them talk, and then watch their actions because their actions will line up. So what I see happening a lot is a lot of young girls will talk to a guy, date a guy, realize he's not potential, but for the sake of they don't want to be alone or they need to have companionship, need to have and find some love, they stick with dudes that aren't really worthwhile to be with, right? And then on the other side, there's guys that aren't about anything, don't want to do anything, don't have that motivation, they haven't hit that vein in life where they just want to lickety split, make stuff happen, where they sit there and play around with girls, talking a whole bunch of stuff about all the great things they're going to do, what their plans are, what their goals are, all this stuff. They don't take one step of action in that direction. And they wind up staying with each other for a long time, years, whatever, and then things don't work out, and they wonder, ask themselves why. So on the men's side and the women's side, you got to talk about it and be about it. And for the women, sit back and watch what the guys are doing. Because a guy with potential will show you he has potential. Like if a guy, you dating in high school, because I talk to a lot of high schoolers, right? Coming out of high school and he talking about going to college and doing this. And it's been like a year or two. He's out of high school. He hasn't applied for any schools, not going to school, not doing stuff. In my opinion, in the majority of instances, his potential is going down every day. He's not doing something. Because if he was planning on doing something, you see the actions lining up with it. Not saying that just because a guy's not going to school, he's not worth it. There are guys out there that have ambitions, that are doing other things that maybe school's not the route for them. They want to learn a trade or do something different, own a business, do other things, entrepreneurship. I'm all for all that. But actions will line up, right? I don't want to sit around and wait for you forever to get your act together. Get it together now. And then when you find the right person, you'll already start growing in congruence together because y'all are both actively working towards the goals you want to get to.